with my podcast in my ears, and I'm standing there watching all the checkout lanes. You can start now. Watching all the checkout lanes, and I'm sitting there, stoic, and then I hear that, and it completely broke me.
Yeah, it broke me too, but not the same way.
I thought it was super funny.
Yeah, I could tell. You spent a long time going after it. You make me hurt, I can't fix you. Is it because I can't be her? Made me awake and make me hurt, I can't fix you.
If they're okay, think of the type of characters that they would put into Lego Batman.
I forgot we were on that shit of you trying to show me all your Lego Batman characters 41 minutes ago.
Who do you think,
Crazy Quilt.
Well, no. This isn't like who's in there.
Oh.
It's just try and think of characters that the developers or whoever would put into Lego Batman. Who do you think they would put in that would have invisibility, if anyone?
Invisibility?
Yes.
Rainbow Raider.
Okay. Is there any other possible option?
I don't know.
No?
Condiment King? just for the gag? No, let's see. Killer Croc?
Would he have invisibility?
I don't know. They can make him like a chameleon for whatever reason if they want to.
No, Killer Croc's in here and he just swims. Because there's
Alligators swim.
There are suits for Batman and Robin to go through all of the puzzles in the game, and so far there seems to be a character that replaces each suit in free play.
Interesting.
But I have yet to find someone that can go invisible to replace Batman's bat suit. I don't know why it's called the bat suit. He has like a sonic gun that breaks glass and it has wings so he can glide.
Sure. Why not call it the bat suit?
Yeah.
I don't know who would go invisible, actually. Like, the only superheroes I can think of that have invisibility as powers are Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and Invisible Woman. I can't think of anybody else that goes invisible. Big Chill from Ben 10.
There's a couple repeat characters, and there's like gender swaps of characters. I want you to think someone not so obscure as like
It's Crazy Quilt
Boy or like Squirrel Girl, but someone you wouldn't expect to be in this game.
Well, I didn't expect the Trickster to be in it, so I can feel my heart breaking. Mistakes I've been making. I'm running out of patience to pretend. This isn't how I'll let it end. I'm fading. I was gonna say the Joker, but if Mark Hamill played him, but that doesn't work, does it? The Joker, but if he was a Flash villain. Batman names everything after bats. He has a bat bucket, which is just a bucket with a bat on. Don't forget his bat shark repellent.
There's no one in this game called the Trickster.
The Trickster's not in the game? I could have sworn I saw him in a cutscene. I didn't expect Captain Boomerang to be in it, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got Captain Boomerang. We have a well, no, he's not a villain. We have another Lantern in the game. Can you guess who?
Saint Walker.
No, he's yellow. Yellow Lantern.
Yellow?
Yes.
Is it not Sinestro?
It's Sinestro.
Okay. I thought I saw him in a cutscene when you were playing.
No, he's not in the cutscene.
Oh.
And what really bugs me, there are
Flash has a bike.
there's see-through green Lego pieces that you can put together as Green Lantern that Sinestro can't play with.
They have the same powers.
I know. It literally makes Sinestro useless because he's a different color Green Lantern.
Just without the abilities.
But without all he can do is fly and punch people. He's useless.
It's like, imagine if you were playing a Spider-Man game and it's like, oh, do you want to be Venom? And it's like, cool, what can Venom do? It's like 1/3 the things that Spider-Man can do.
So stupid.
Which, you know what? That's what it was like playing Ultimate Spider-Man. Venom could do everything Spider-Man could do, with the addition of eating people and with the omission of swinging, which is dumb because Venom can swing just fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go outside, and then we're gonna go through all the characters.
We could climb, but we couldn't swing. But I've brought you all here today to today's stream to let you know one thing. We're going to be solving the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline without caring nearly as much about it as anybody else who would ever try to solve the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Like, once this stream is over, I will cease to ever think about it again. I just find it interesting. Okay, let me get my whiteboard, actually. Well, okay, here's the thing, right? Because Security Breach is out now. And I was interested in that game, but then it came out and I saw how unfinished it is. By the way, I wrote a bunch of...
It came out.
That's the story of a lot of games, like Hello Neighbor. Holy shit. But,
That was unfortunate.
I filled out this entire board with Marvel hero names, and there are no duplicates. So that's cool. Anyway. I did this shit like 4 months ago. I don't know why it's still here.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I would save time if I just wiped this with like a damp towel instead of erasing it, but the thing is, I don't have enough towels for that. Or I should rephrase, I don't have enough towels that I don't use on my naked body to do this. So, I have a long night. Well, here's the thing. So Security Breach is out, and it's, you know what? Fuck it. It's very clearly supposed to be the furthest in the timeline that we've ever gone. All right. It's after Help Wanted. It's after Pizzeria Simulator. It's after Sister Location, all that shit. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. Because it's vaguely after all of those things. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 takes place at the beginning of the playable timeline, right? 1987. November something, 1987. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 takes place after that in 1993, I believe. I wonder if it looks like I'm doing something suspicious with my hands just out of view of the camera. I promise, Twitch, I'm just wiping my whiteboard. I'm gonna get ink on my fucking shorts, which are also white. Anyway.
That's racist.
So Five Nights at Freddy's 2, this ain't game theory, I know. He actually does research. But, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 takes place in like 1993 or something like that, right? So it's 6 years after that. And depending on what you believe, you're playing as the son of the purple guy in that game. I don't give a shit, because that doesn't make any sense. Because he would not be old enough for that, I don't think. But, whatever. Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which is not even at a fucking Freddy Fazbear's Pizza place, takes place 30 years later in 2000. No. The first game is in 91, because the third game takes place in 2021. Which, isn't it crazy that at one point the game that was the furthest in the timeline took place last year? Think about that. Alright. So, 4 takes place before 2, but it's not real, so I don't really want to count it. But that takes place in 1983. Sister Location takes place... Fuck if I know. If we're being totally honest. I have to assume it's also in the 90s. But that doesn't make sense because of how advanced those machines are. Like, Baby can inflate balloons at her fingertips. She's got a jukebox inside her. She can make ice cream in her abs. I just don't understand.
What the fuck are you talking about? Baby?
Circus Baby. Not only that, but she's...
Batteries kid?
No, that's Balloon Boy.
Balloon? Who the fuck is Circus Baby?
Circus Baby, bro. Look her up. Not only can she do all that, but she can also turn into, like, a normal-looking girl, apparently. Because she's one of the robots that was designed to be Henry's daughter, I think?
What the fuck is that?
Isn't she terrible?
What the fuck is Circus Baby?
Isn't she fucking terrible?
Awful. Oh my god.
Alright, let's do the straightest line I can muster. Then we'll do this.
What
and
was
we'll
the name
do
of the game
this.
you were just saying that you didn't know what time it was from, or you assume it's the 90s?
Sister Location.
When is can't spell. Sister location set. The first thing it gives me says the game's sister location takes place in 1983.
Couldn't be.
And it says this was decided after players noticed the huge role that the Bite of 83 incident plays in the game. It was found that the new animatronic baby was responsible for this incident. And this comes from
No.
nationalstudent.com, whatever the hell that is.
They fucked that up. Baby did not bite anybody. What happened is she tried to give a girl ice cream and lost control and killed her. Instead of producing ice cream, she grabbed the girl and pulled her inside her body. So that's what happened to her. And that was the daughter of either the purple guy or Henry, the guy who designed the animatronics with the purple guy. The first purple guy, William Afton. There's two purple guys. What's my favorite FNaF game? Sister Location, or the first one? Alright, so here we have a timeline. At the end, we have Security Breach, because as of now, nothing takes place after that. And at the beginning, we have HDD, for Henry's daughter's death.
Oh no.
I'm willing to try to put a couple things in there. Like, we'll put 1983 for the bite that was done by Fredbear.
This says the Bite of 87. That was Fredbear.
The bite of 87 was by Mangle. So we'll do 87.
Because there's this.
Chomp.
I'm finding a Bite of 83 and 87, and it says Fredbear did both.
Fredbear did the bite of 83, and Mangle did the bite of 87. From what we know, it's never been confirmed, but it's never been disproven, so that's what we go with.
That seems to be the same thing that's going on for Sister Location, because from all of the stuff I can find, it says there's no real set date, but people assume it's from 1983 based on the mini game that's centered around the bite.
I would say that there's a chance it's in 83 because of the secret ending, but that's not the canon ending, so I can't say that it for sure is in 83 or not. And then we'll skip to 2021. We'll put it further than that. 20. FNaF 3. Shortly after that would have to be Pizzeria Simulator, right? So we'll say that Pizzeria Simulator takes place in like 2025, just to make things easy.
How do you spell pizzeria?
P-I-Z-Z-E-R-I-A.
E-R, okay, E-R-A.
Do Pizzeria Simulator. We'll say 2030 for Help Wanted. Because I feel like some time has to have passed between Pizzeria Simulator and Security Breach based on the ending of that game. The canon ending of... What is the canon ending of Security Breach? Because that'll help us figure this out, actually. So I'm going to say that Security Breach takes place in 2035. Okay. So, between the death of Henry's daughter and 2035, we get cloning, time travel, metal that can hold a human soul, multiple purple guys, a man who can have all of his organs ripped out and replaced with mechanical parts and not die. We have a man who can have all of his bones and organs ripped out by a suit that he's trapped in and also survive. We have... Okay, here's... If we're being honest... the most complicated part of trying to figure this out is which child was killed first. Because if it's Golden Freddy, then that means that the first victim's name is Cassidy. But if it's the puppet, then it was also the crying child. But I don't think we know the crying child's name, do we? I think the crying child's name is like Charlie, maybe? I don't know. But the first child could also be Susie, right? Because here's the thing about Susie. Susie got your number. Susie ain't your friend. Look who took you under 7 inches in. But Susie was taken by Afton wearing just a regular yellow rabbit suit, not an animatronic suit. So this would have had to be like the beginning of his career, right? But the thing is, they were already on animatronic suits in the early 80s. So that means that Afton would have had to start killing in the 70s at least, right? But Susie gets captured while playing an arcade game. In the 70s? I think not.
Is the crying child in the 4th game?
Second, third, and fourth.
It says the crying child's real name is Chris Afton, also known as the crying child or Norman, and it says that he is the one in FNaF 4 who is haunted by the nightmare animatronics, and this other thing says that he is the protagonist of FNaF 4 and is also the victim of the bite of 83.
Chris and Norman are both names I've never heard before in my life. It's widely accepted that the child who was bitten in 1983 is one of the sons of William Afton. But there's nothing that really corroborates that. Because we don't know how many children Afton had. Because we have to assume that all of this is the result of him losing his daughter to Circus Baby. But his daughter could not have been the first child that died. Because the animatronics, as evidenced by his daughter's death, were already doing strange things before that happened. So that means Afton was already killing children. His daughter could not have been the first victim of the animatronics.
Are you talking about the dad?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing a name. I'm seeing the name Evan Afton.
Who the fuck is Evan?
I don't know. According to evidence in the survival logbook.
Oh, I forgot about the fucking
something
logbook.
To imply that the crying child's name is Evan Afton, but I figured that might be like an act. Maybe people are just stupid, which most people are.
I don't want to worry too much about the books. The only Afton names I know are William and Michael. Those are the ones from Sister Location. William is the one that designed the animatronics with Henry's help. We don't know Henry's last name. What's up?
Clara Elizabeth Afton, 1906 to 1934. Is this even related to Five Nights at Freddy's?
I was gonna say, like, who the hell is that? You died 100 years before this shit started.
This is just some random dead lady.
The hell am I thinking about?
Oh my god.
Michael. Michael is William's son and the second purple guy. Now, the thing about the purple guys is that William Afton is purple, I think, by design. I think it's just a thing so that when you see him, you're like, that's a purple guy. Why is he purple? At least that's how it was in the second game, because that's when the purple guy was first introduced. The second purple guy, Michael, is purple because, as I said, he got all of his organs and bones and shit ripped out and replaced by robot parts, and then his skin rotted until it was purple. And he's still alive. So that's cool.
Is Pizzeria Simulator after the third game?
Yes, it is the 7th game? 6th game.
Does it take place like in the timeline after the third game?
No.
I need to re-find what I read, but it's the plot for Pizzeria Simulator, according to the Wikipedia, says that it says sometime after the events of the third game, the player character is a new franchisor of the rebranded Fazbear Entertainment.
You said Pizzeria Simulator? I heard Sister Location. Yes, Pizzeria Simulator is after 3. Okay. Let me go ahead and try to chart Sister Location. I'm going to say the Sister Location takes place in 2000. Because I'm fucking different like that. Now, the thing about trying to solve Five Nights at Freddy's, we have very few actual facts. Like, let's go over what we know for certain. Circus Baby malfunctioned and accidentally killed a child, and that caused the pizzeria that she worked at to be shut down, and she became a rental animatronic, not a performance one. And that also affected Funtime Foxy, Funtime Freddy, Bon Bon, and Ballora, right? We know that Michael Afton, William's son, was scooped, lost all of his organs, and went through all that. We know that Jeremy Fitzgerald was instructed to stand close to the animatronics, and we know that Mangle likes to bite people in the head. So it's very likely that that's what happened to Jeremy, and since that game takes place in 1987, that's probably what the Bite of 87 was. We've never actually seen it, but that's what we're pretty sure it was. We know that what else do we actually know? We know there was a boy who had his head chomped by Fredbear in 1983, and that he had a brother and a father and a sister who was no longer around. So it stands to reason that that is William Afton's son, but we don't know. We do not actually know. I don't care how many game theories you've watched. Most of the shit MatPat says is made up. Watch any 2 game theory videos about FNaF back to back. He'll either admit that he was wrong about something, or he'll completely contradict something that he said before and not address it. That's just the nature of these games, because there is nothing makes sense, and that's just something that we have to hold. We also know that William designed animatronic suits that could work as independently operated animatronic robots or be worn as suits, and that those suits had a problem with the spring locks, and if they absorbed even a little bit of moisture, the spring locks would open. And that's what happened to him. He put one on, and his sweat or the moisture from the rain or something like that triggered a spring lock failure, and he's been trapped in that suit since the 90s, I think. Which sucks because it's currently the 2030s and he's still in there. We know that he has survived 3 burnings, just 3 whole fires. He just won't die. And we
fires are like at the stake.
What's up?
Like, was he stuck in a burning building, or was he like witch hunted?
He was stuck in buildings. Okay. We know that Michael survived what happened to him, and that he is going to come find him. I don't know if he's found him yet. He might have in Pizzeria Simulator, but we don't know. We know that in the 90s, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria got shut down because people were complaining about an odor. Now the missing children, the missing children had nothing to do with that particular location getting shut down. That we know. That was 2, not 1. It's like we only really get like 1 fact per game. Everything else is conjecture. We know that at some point the marionette ended up inside Lefty. I don't know how. I don't know why either. Also, Scrap Baby got kicked out of Ennard and got a whole new body somehow, despite being digital consciousness. We know that there was a woman named Vanessa who worked on Freddy Fazbear's Virtual Experience and got her mind taken over by William Afton, and that's how she became Vanny. But William Afton seems to be both in Vanessa's body and in his own body. So apparently at some point, Afton got the ability to splinter his consciousness. I don't know if that was in a book, because Scott says that the books are not canon, but some of the ideas that they put forth are canon. Which makes this all the more frustrating because those books are so terribly fucking written. I've never finished any of them. There we go. That's it for the facts, if we're being totally honest. How did MatPat get 40 videos that are 20 minutes each out of that? No clue. I'm already tired of this. And I've figured out nothing that I did not already know. This is what I got. And I think this is the most I'm gonna get, if we're being honest. What do you got, Ethan? What can you add?
I'm just googling shit for you. I've never even played a Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm having an issue with Hunter currently.
What else do we know? We know that at some point Bonnie got broken, probably by Monty. See, what I'm not understanding is why is Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment still in business? Like, after everything that's happened, you would think that somebody would have stepped in and prevented them from opening another new location, but hey. What's a couple of dead kids when you're trying to serve pizza? I don't know Gregory's deal. Gregory has something going on. Low odor? That's not true. Anyway. I don't know what Vanessa's deal is now. The thing that frustrates me most about Security Breach, even though I didn't play it, after watching about 40 hours of that game from a bunch of different people that were playing it, they spend the entirety of Help Wanted building up towards Vanny and Vanessa and all that stuff, only for her to be in Security Breach for about 12 minutes. That's cool. You spend more time trying not to get killed by Monty and Chica than you do Vanny, so that's cool. No idea what's up with the animatronics in that game. Why do they want to kill Gregory so bad when it seems like the Pizzaplex is fully operational and they don't seem to be killing any other kids? Why do they want Gregory dead so bad? Is it because of Vanessa? I don't know, the game never says. I don't know what Sun and Moon's deal is. Kind of weird. Game's buggy as shit too, so I'd be very frustrated if I paid $30. First of all, I'd be very upset if I paid $30 for a Five Nights at Freddy's game. For being totally honest, it's gotten to a point where I've accepted that the story will never be completed. I accepted that like 3-4 years ago, and since I left high school, there's been 3 main Five Nights at Freddy's games. You know, there's been Ultimate Custom Night, Help Wanted, and now Security Breach. But a FNaF game has not had a hold on the internet like this since the first game released, I feel like. Or maybe the second one, I don't know. It's really strange that like we kind of just skipped UCN and Help Wanted. But now that Security Breach is out, everybody's like, yo, Five Nights at Freddy's got a heat. And I'm like, no, it's really kind of not. I just don't see how 9 games in 7 years could be considered a good 10 games, actually. 10 games. Nobody talks about FNaF World anymore, but it happened. I was there. I didn't play it. I was never going to, but I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't even know why I decided to try to do this shit. I'm not equipped. What do I know? Do I strike you as somebody who's ever played a Five Nights at Freddy's game?
I mean, 10 minutes ago you seemed to be pretty fucking enthusiastic about it. Now you seem to just hit a wall. Should have been a video instead.
I remember, well, because I made this video 3 years ago. Nobody watched it. And if you think I'm about to make a video for YouTube, you're tripping.
Now we're here in a 4-hour stream and you've already run out of stuff to say.
Well, but no, because here's the thing, right? If I really cared, I could spend the next 7 hours trying to solve this. But it's not solvable.
I'm your researcher.
Bro, okay, but it's not solvable.
Why?
Because you would think that after 9 games, I would understand how the fuck these robots come to life. But there's so many different reasons. Some of them just can. Some of them were designed to like scan your face and check it against a criminal database to see if you were dangerous or not. Some of them are alive because children were stuffed into them and died in them, and so their spirits never left. Some of them had their souls infused into metal paste called remnant that was then used to build robots, because then you could spread one consciousness over 10 different machines. And so I don't know why the animatronics in Security Breach are the way that they are. It could be anything that I just talked about. And it's so not interesting. I don't know why Afton's still alive. I don't know why they built the Pizzaplex on top of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place from Pizzeria Simulator. I don't know why they decided to build hottest FNaF takes. FNaF is bad. No. If we're being honest, there's 9 games, 4 of which have the exact same gameplay. Like, I respect Sister Location for being different. That's why I like it so much, but it's not exactly fun. It's more just really annoying and stressful. Ultimate Custom Night, if you don't like Custom Night, then you're not gonna like that game, because that's all it is.
If you don't like Dark Souls, but worse.
Help Wanted, if you didn't have a VR, you couldn't fucking play it. So that's cool.
Is that a new one?
Nah, that was the last one. And then Security Breach, if you're okay with a game that bugs, crashes, and lags every 10 seconds, then yeah. That'll be $29.99 American currency, please. But it's just, it's still a point where I just like, and it's cool, you know, Scott, get that bag. You know, you went from making 40 games nobody ever heard of to being a multimillionaire. That's great. Get that shit, sis. But I'm not personally interested anymore, because every game that comes out and every book that comes out complicates the lore so much further than it already was. When it gets to a point where it's like there's a child in this game, and I don't know if he's human or not.
That's about it.
I'm just not, like, I don't know if Gregory's human. And if he is human, I don't know if he's a reincarnation of Afton. I don't know if he's Afton's son, because he doesn't have parents or like birth records or anything. He spawned in one day. I don't know if he's the kid that got bit in 1983 because he has a band-aid on his head. I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Long time to be injured.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. I mean, I
feel like the popularity and significance of Five Nights at Freddy's kind of died out with Let's Plays and Markiplier.
And it sucks because I don't think Mark cares anymore, but it's like if he were to skip a FNaF game, he'd lose like 10 million subs. And then furthermore, right? Oh, the misery. Anyway, furthermore, the hell am I thinking about? Shit, bro. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Oh yeah, I forgot about Special Delivery, the AR game.
The what?
Augmented reality.
What is that? What?
Special Delivery. Delivery.
What the fuck is augmented reality? What does that mean?
It's like you use your...
Go?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why do people like this franchise?
Yeah. The hell am I thinking about?
Then maybe you've gone a little too far with your franchise there.
The reason that FNaF won't ever be solved, and Matt has admitted that it can't be solved because, okay.
Because it doesn't know how to write an ending.
Well, but here's the thing. Scott, if he ever comes back to making these games, he knows that there's so many questions out there, right? And to answer these questions, he would have to, A, know the answers,
Mm.
and B, be willing for the next Five Nights at Freddy's game to be the last one. Because if you ever gave somebody all the information that they wanted, they would cease to give you money. Because we're not buying these games for gameplay, we're buying them for answers. Like, why do you think the franchise has ended 3 times? Like, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was supposed to be the last game. And then 4 ends with a literal locked chest. Like, it's a box with 2 locks on it. Like, we're locking the franchise away, we're done. And then there was Sister Location. And then there was Pizzeria Simulator, which also ended the franchise with all of the animatronics burning to death, but not. They became a blob.
So what you're saying is Five Nights at Freddy's is just like the horror version of Halo. 3 was supposed to be the end, and people said no, fuck that. So they made ODST and Reach, and then they were actually done, and and then 343 comes in and just like pumps life into the dead corpse, and then ends it with 4, and then just makes 2 more games.
Basically. And beyond that, like, okay, the questions that we came away from the first game with is who was stuffing the children into the suits? Like, who was killing the children by putting them in the animatronic suits? And what is Golden Freddy? That's it. Second game, why is there a different Golden Freddy? What happened to the original restaurant if these are the animatronics from that restaurant? Because it's not the ones from the first game, because the first game takes place after this. So this is after a third pizzeria was shut down. Also, why are they all being kept in the same building? What's up with Balloon Boy? What's up with Mangle? Who's Jeremy? Who's Fritz? Why is Phone Guy like there's so much to wonder after the second one. What's up with the marionette? Who's the crying child? What's up with Purple Guy? And that's all from one game. It came out 4 months later.
What is a purple guy?
It's either a guy who's evil or a guy who's purple.
Hmm.
That's how these games are. Like 3 months after just wondering what Golden Freddy is, you're now faced with the question of who are these animatronics looking for that they have facial recognition software in their eyes? These are that was the escalation that quickly from what's up with this golden suit to who's walking around abducting children and is not allowed to be at the restaurant anymore. And on the last call, it's like somebody used one of the suits. There was one in the back, a yellow one. Yellow suit with no endoskeleton, you think that's Golden Freddy. Oh, but no! Because in the third game, you find out there was a yellow rabbit. And that's how we got Springtrap. And it's been going like this since 2015. And you cannot look me in the eyes and tell me that you think genuinely that in all that time, Scott has figured any of that shit out.
I thought Springtrap was just like a cursed version of or no, because Bonnie's purple.
The suit used to be called Spring Bonnie. Like, we're at a point now where a child can fall into a ball pit and get whisked 40 years into the past. We're at a point now where you can get sea monkeys that are basically Freddy, and they'll assimilate your identity.
I mean, do you know what's at the bottom of a ball pit? We don't know if that's real or not.
We're at a point now where a child can get snapped all the shit up by one of the suits having a spring lock failure, and then never have existed at all. Now we're at a point where 2 different souls can occupy the same animatronic, and we don't know which 2 souls we're looking at. We're at a point now where we're not sure who's actually the bad guy, the first child who died or William Afton. It's like, what? What happened to Henry? Has he really been dead since the 80s? Has he just not come back at all? Everybody else in the franchise who's died has come back. Why is there a plush trap? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you any of these things. And Scott can't either. I don't give a shit. Like, the first game came out the same week that I started high school. And now my friend, who is a week younger than me, is halfway done with his senior year of college, and this is what we're still on. There are no answers. There is no end all,
We on that bullshit.
because there's just you, like I said, you have to just decide that it's the end at some point, and when you do that, you also decide that you're not going to make any more money. So that's why that is the way that it is. The games could be fun as they continue to come out. They could revolutionize Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. They could add Freddy number 93, who's got a fucking inflatable prolapsable anus.
Oh,
We're
I
at
don't think that way, but
we're at we're at Freddy's sex shop now. Freddy Fazbear's sex shop. FNaF 39, and that could be the most fun game I've ever played. But by that point, we're going to be wondering if the animatronics are actually aliens, and it's not going to be interesting. It's going to be time to move on as a species, bro.
we're gonna develop tails before the story gets answered.
Like, we're going to evolve into a species that has forgotten about racism before we learn who the fuck Gregory is.
Bet much. I don't know if we can make it that far.
It's really annoying, if we're being honest. Like, I said if we're being honest like 49 times. You said what?
I said what racism is really annoying.
Eh. Now they always say congratulations. Like, I don't know. Like, if you want my real FNaF hot take, it's that anybody who's still buying FNaF games at this point in time is an absolute sucker. And you know it. And you know it too. You know it. You know that after FNaF 9 that there's whole videos that are 10 things we know about Springtrap after Security Breach. You know how long Springtrap is in Security Breach? Fucking 3.5 minutes. That is what Five Nights at Freddy's is. It's a machine that operates solely for the purpose of generating ad revenue. It gets attention on YouTube and TikTok and other places, and that gets people to buy the game so that he can make another game to do the same thing. That's all it ever does, bro. Like, whatever. It's annoying, bro.
My hot take would be that the game's been overrated since its inception. It was a big hit, and like before Markiplier had colored his hair.
Yeah.
That's all it really ever was.
Like, the first game, I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is a unique type of horror. You know, I like horror games where you're defenseless. That's why I like Outlast so much. You can't do anything. You just have to survive and hide and shit like that. I like that. However, when you do that 3 more times, okay, right? Because you know how I said that the first game came out my first week of my freshman year of high school? The third game was out by the time I was back from spring break of my freshman year of high school. The fourth game was out halfway through my summer break before I started my sophomore year. The fifth game was out before I went on winter break of my sophomore year. The sixth game was out by the time I was half done with my junior year.
They were just coming out too fast.
It was so quick, and there were so many of them that it's just like, how can you continue to develop an interesting story? Oh, you can't. How do you continue to expand upon the gameplay? Oh, you can't. one of the games is literally just a bigger version of a game mode from the first game. Like when I heard there was an Ultimate Custom Night coming out, I was like, isn't that just Custom Night anyway? Can't you make them all Ultimate by just making them the hardest difficulty? And then if you can complete Ultimate Custom Night with 50 animatronics at max difficulty, you get a cutscene of Golden Freddy wabble jabbling.
Of him what?
Just wabble jabbling, just having a spaz attack. Just blah. That's what you get for hours of dedication. Maybe weeks of practice. Maybe over a month. I don't even think Markiplier ever did it. I think he gave up. Because it was just so absurd. Like the average survival time on that difficulty was like a second and a half. And the game was asking you to survive 4.5 minutes. And it's like, this is the whole game? Yo, what's poppin'?
Average, like, how long was a night on like a normal difficulty?
In FNaF 1, the nights are like 4 minutes. No. The nights are like 7 minutes. Like 7 minutes, 45 seconds, something like that. It started getting shorter as time went on. Yeah. Well, because it's like with that type of gameplay, how long can you be expected to just sit there clicking on shit? Ichigo Nuara. All right now. Cody to lots of Jojo. Hello, Peter. What's poppin'? M7. Like, and if we're being like 100% candid, I don't have anything against the concept of Five Nights at Freddy's at this point in time, because it's not really affecting my life. It's the same as Fortnite, right? Like, does it break my heart a little bit to watch Spider-Man do the summoning jutsu and then pull out an AK to shoot Dr. Doom to death? Sure. Does it upset me to watch Spider-Man swing his way through the area and then shoot an RPG at Kylo Ren? Yeah. But it doesn't affect me because I don't play that shit. And you'll never catch me doing it.
Fortnite, go fuck yourself.
It's just, you can't look me in the face and tell me that it's good for gaming. And that's what it comes down to.
You want a kid's game, play Lego. If you want a casual game, play Warzone. Fuck off.
Five Nights at Freddy's has had such an impact on indie gaming, especially indie horror, that people don't talk about. 10 years ago, indie horror games especially, like, watch an old PewDiePie scary game video. Or like an old Markiplier scary game video. It was just good horror. You know? Suspense, some jump scares here and there, some good music, and maybe some lore that was like written on a piece of paper that you could find somewhere in the game, right? Like, look at Outlast, right? Fucking phenomenal game, bro.
Oh my god, what the fuck was it called? Machine of Pigs? Pig Machine?
Oh yeah, Amnesia Machine for Pigs.
Yeah.
That's also a really good game.
How's it going, bro?
How's it going, bros? My name is PewDiePie. But those games were just well-made, well-crafted passion projects that scared the shit out of you. Now, indie horror games come out for the purpose of getting a game theory video made about them. For the purpose of getting Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or somebody on that level to play them.
Oh, that's a flash.
These games are made in a very specific way to tickle your scrotum with lore and dangle some jump scares and some ambient noise in your face to get you interested in it and to make you want a sequel. That's how indie horror games are made now. The fact that FNaF fan games are a genre unto themselves, what do we have? Final Nights, those nights at Rachel's, Five Nights at the Chum Bucket, Five Nights at the Krusty Krab. Hold on. I'm missing quite a few. Five Nights with 39, One Night at Flumpty's, Jolly Bees, Pop Goes, Fredbear's Fright, Jollies, The Freddy Files, Sinister Turmoil Sewers. What the hell?
Oh my god.
See, because some of these are parodies. Baby's
I mean,
Nightmare Circus, The Joy of Creation.
Bucket.
Well, yeah, but like some of them are just like straight up parodies, like Five Nights at Fuckboys, like Five Nights at Freddy's Reborn, shit like that. The fact that it is a genre. A list of 1,139 Five Nights at Freddy's fan games.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a big influence.
And the secondary line here, I didn't make any of these up, so we're gonna read a couple. Five Nights at McDonald's, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Massacre, Three Nights at Audrey's, Five Nights with Mark. All right.
There would be a Markiplier in there.
Survive Teddy's Pizzeria. Five Nights at Slendy's, Escape from Freddy's, Five Nights at Grover's, Project Freddy.
The cross with Slender Man actually offends me.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Even Slender games didn't do that shit. The most lore that you'll get out of a Slender game is The Arrival, because there's a DLC that takes place before all that shit, and it kind of gives you a hint as to what Slender Man's name might be. I think it's like Charles Matherson or some shit like that.
Remember when he had a rap battle with the one guy?
The Unwanted House Guest?
Yeah.
Haven't seen me in a while? Five Nights at Sanix. Like, I just can't believe that, like, that this shit took over game development so hard. And I'm... and not Sonic. And it's cool that Scott was, like, okay with the community doing that. But people learned how to make games just to do that. They learned how to work with the Unity engine, the Ludum Dare engine, the fucking RPG Maker engine, the Game Maker engine.
Imagine learning on
just for that,
just to make Five Nights at the Jump Bucket.
Exactly. And it's cool that it's inspiring people to learn how to make games, but every game does not need to go the FNaF route. Why does Bendy and the Ink Machine have a book?
I really hope he didn't influence an entire generation of people to litter the Steam Early Access with dog shit.
What do you mean? It's already happened, bro.
Yeah, I know, but like we don't need more.
and as I was saying about Fortnite is also bad for the gaming community.
It's a scam.
Fortnite is designed... Okay, right. It's a product by a corporation. They're all designed to make money. However, there's a difference between playing Resident Evil Village, which was a product that was designed to make money, and playing Fortnite, which is a product that was designed to make money. Because Fortnite Battle Royale is a free-to-play game that is littered with interesting game mechanics and cool-looking costumes and all types of shit that you cannot touch if you don't pay money. It's like, imagine playing Rainbow Six Siege for free, but if you want to use a breaching charge, give me $7. And you can play the game without breaching. But will you be having any fun watching everybody else breach? Are you having any fun in Fortnite when everyone else can swing from buildings and shit, but you can't?
And that sentence right there. Are you having any fun in Fortnite?
Claim my free mystery sticker from Steam. I got a Yeti. Anyway, let's just go.
He's the face of the Steam sale right now.
Let's just look at horror real quick on Steam and see what it's like nowadays.
Horror. What is that? That bit is from something.
Sorry, my bad. Security breach is $40.
What is that bit from?
Disrespect your surroundings.
Oh, it's from Whose Line Is It Anyway? They were making fun of Drew Carey. You said horror weird.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't Starve Together. In library. Who the fuck gave me Don't Starve Together? Ethan, did you give me Don't Starve Together?
I don't know. Why would I? I don't have it.
Why is Call of Duty Black Ops in the horror section? I'll tell you why. Because it's still $60. That shit's terrifying.
Yeah, digital games, bro.
But digital gaming is the future, bro. Like, not really. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Psychological horror. I'll take that.
Fair.
I will take that. I won't fight that at all. And what was funny is like when I saw that game existed, I was like, Bennett Foddy? Foddy? As in Foddy.net? The guy who made Quap?
Quap?
Yeah. Remember Quap?
No, I don't know what Quap is.
It's like Manuel Samuel, but you're running track, and Q, W, O, and P control different parts of your leg. You have to run.
And is it like it's 2D?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was horrible.
I remember those old videos.
Cultist Simulator.
There we go. Damn.
Should I get Resident Evil 6 and play it for you guys at some point in time? Let me tell Betty to bring her ass to the stream.
You need to harass this woman real quick.
Bring your entire ass. Where the hell is Soda? The only thing me and Soda have ever discussed on Discord is they sent me a picture of the nutrition facts of the large chocolate Oreo shake from Baskin Robbins.
Sure.
This shake has just under how many calories I personally eat in a day to maintain my strength.
You know what I learned yesterday?
What's up?
How many grams of sugar are in a Mountain Dew?
I can taste all of them. I hate regular Mountain Dew. It tastes
like
so bad.
Something. It was fucking crazy.
Regular Mountain Dew tastes like sweet battery acid.
Yeah.
That being said, every other Mountain Dew flavor, every other one, they're all good. Even Liberty, what's it called? Liberty Brew? Brew SA? Whatever the fuck. Do SA? The one that's whiteout, Code Red, and Voltage all mixed together. Now that shit is liquid sugar. But it tastes a lot better than regular Mountain Dew
the red,
does.
white, and blue one?
Yeah.
What is it called?
I think it's Liberty Brew.
Hold on.
I'm sure it's probably got more sugar than regular.
Hold on. And what size do they come in?
Like 20 ounce.
Okay, hold on. How much sugar is in a Liberty Brew Mountain Dew? I didn't say 12
Here's
ounce.
information from HEB.
This one is like a light blue.
That's about right.
I don't know why I was expecting it to be like layered like a fucking rocket pop.
Yeah, that's not how liquids work,
It
unfortunately.
only says 77 grams.
Really?
This is a little. Hold on. You said it comes in how many ounces?
Like 20.
20.
I thought there was something crawling on my
What does Z
wrist.
stand
It's a
for?
hair. OZ.
Yeah. What is OZ short for?
Ounces.
Okay.
I heard. Don't worry about it. You know how my ears work.
20 ounce of regular Mountain Dew has 73.
Yeah.
How much sugar is in a 12 ounce of Mountain Dew is 46. That's just so fucking much. How much sugar is in a Liberty Brew? Well, this is propaganda. So you know how when you Google something and it gives you your result, and it's like a quote.
Yo,
from
what's good,
whatever
soda?
article.
Yes.
So it's done that, and it gave me a sentence from Instacart.com.
Ooh, that's what I
It
use
says,
to shop.
well, hold on now. It says, Mountain Dew Soda Liberty Brew bottle has 0.0 grams of sugar.
Could not be correct.
Flat out propaganda.
I don't
Someone
think
sponsored.
I don't think Mountain Dew even has a sugar-free like variant. Like, is there is there like a Mountain Dew Zero?
Is there a sugar-free Mountain Dew?
According to Mountain Dew Zero Sugar gives you the bold taste and exhilarating charge of your favorite original Mountain Dew, but with none of the sugar.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
That sounds like it would taste worse.
I feel like Mountain Dew is like overly carbonated. Is my problem because it's very spicy on your tongue. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just drinking a Mountain Dew, especially fresh out the fridge. It's just a lot.
Yeah. I have to take multiple breaks, and that's not to say that. Okay. All right. Hands down, the best Mountain Dew flavor is Baja Blast, and I won't be taking any questions.
Oh, absolutely. I had a fucking. I got one. I was either for Christmas or my
You like
birthday.
Pepsi over Coke? That's fine.
I got a 24 case of canned Baja Blast, and it put me in the hospital, but it was fucking delicious.
My thing, okay, when it comes to Coke versus Pepsi, all of the parental figures I have ever had in my life are Pepsi freaks, and so I drank a lot of Pepsi growing up, but then I broke away and started drinking Coke, and I was like, yo, this shit is hidden. So, like, Pepsi versus Coke, I'll take a Coke, but when it comes to, like, cherry Pepsi versus cherry Coke, I'll take a cherry Pepsi.
I'm just not a big cola person.
But Pepsi does a lot of shit they don't need to be doing. Like the cinnamon flavor they had and the mango flavor they had, they should just stop doing that. Coke is too acidic. That's true.
It's a lot.
Coke is very rough. But I drink Diet Coke most often, or Coke Zero. I love that shit. Because it pretty much tastes the exact same, and it does not have 400 calories per serving.
You don't want to drink the calories of a slider.
No. That's on. If we're being totally honest, that's where most people get most of their calories. Like, if you go to Subway and you get a sandwich that has 400 or 500 calories, but then you get a soda, you just doubled how many calories you were eating.
I'm not a big fan of the carbonation. Is my issue.
Yeah, I usually will get like a drink or a smoothie or something. A juice or a smoothie or something like that. Which,
as a child, I fucking loved Squirt. If you've ever heard of that.
yo, I fucking love Squirt. You know, let's talk about something else.
I had to let it sit out for a while.
Yeah, that's how I am with that's how I am with Sprite, unfortunately. Because Sprite is a really good go-to for me, but I can't drink it straight from the tap.
I really only ever fuck with Sprite if like it's like a sick remedy. Than a
Like Canada Dry.
yeah.
But like
More of a medicine.
the best Mountain Dew is Baja Blast, without a doubt. Right behind that, I would say is Voltage. Then I'll give it to Code Red. Then the watermelon flavor they had is actually really solid, so I'll put that in fourth.
Have you ever had a kickstart?
Yes, I actually fuck with Kickstart pretty heavy. Because I drink a lot of energy drinks.
Way to get a heart attack. It took me 2 days to drink one.
Regular Mountain Dew is god awful. That's correct. I drink a lot of energy drinks because a lot of them have creatine, which
Joker, please.
I routinely forget to take my creatine pills. So, if I want my muscles to retain water so that they'll work correctly, I gotta drink my energy drinks. Which does not help my kidneys retain water. So I have to choose. Big Ben tosses his 417th career touchdown.
When you said creatine, the entire glycol bit ran through my head.
No, there's no glycol in this. Okay. Crystal Head vodka is not bad. But I also just don't drink vodka. So what?
Its marketing was bad, but it's also vodka.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like if you like vodka, I don't care what anybody says. Okay. I don't care how experienced they are at drinking, whatever. If they say that you can taste cheap vodka versus expensive vodka, they're lying to you. You can't. It's vodka. Pour some Vodka for like $10 a bottle. Pour some Grey Goose for $60 a bottle. You will never be able to tell the difference.
What's the hold on. What's that fucking one brand? What's the brand of battery that's like green and it's got jagged edges like Mountain Dew? They had a NASCAR forever ago.
I have no idea. I know Duracell and Energizer.
I'd say it's a car battery.
Oh. I don't know fucking car batteries.
It's got a green logo.
Okay, so Soda, we were talking about FNaF for like 45 minutes because I was trying to solve the timeline. Here's what I got. I'm assuming that Henry's daughter died sometime before 1983, and I'm assuming that Security Breach takes place in 2035. Beyond that, I don't give a shit about anything. Henry Cavill's trending. Oh, did you hear about all the shit Warner Brothers said about what they want to do with the DC movies?
Hmm.
They will not be using Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill as Batman and Superman anymore. They're gonna have Supergirl lead the Justice League, and they're replacing Batman, in all of their Justice League plans with Batgirl. Now what I'm about to say is going to sound sexist, but why the fuck is Batgirl getting a movie before Green Lantern? Or Green Arrow, or
Another black woman.
or Martian Manhunter. You know?
I'm a black woman.
What's up?
I'm not a black woman. That's why inclusion.
Well, and that's the thing, bro. If I see another white, red-headed comic book character get turned black in live action, I'm throwing some at somebody. Yeah, they're using the Flash movie to reset everything, which is a terrible idea.
Just run so fast that it turns everyone like to women.
They just and I just, bro, I really like Batgirl, and it sucks that I can't be excited for the fact that she's getting a movie, because why the hell is she getting a movie before we ever see Nightwing on the big screen? We have not seen Robin in a live action theatrically released film since 1997, since before anyone involved in this stream right now was born.
Batman Forever?
Yeah, Batman and Robin. I forgot about that movie. I forgot that Forever was before and Robin.
Really?
Yes. Forever was 95.
George Clooney Batman was after Batman Forever?
Yes.
Okay.
Barry Ryan got the transgender speed. And the thing about that is nobody cares about representation as much as brands think we do. If they never made the Miles Morales game on PS5, I would not have been crying. I don't know any black people who would have been crying. I don't know any Latinos that would have been crying. But the game was good.
Understand why
So I'm fine with it.
companies do this. Like they listen to a couple fucking lesbians on Twitter bitch and moan, and they just think that's the fucking standard.
Yeah. Like, they're doing the Batgirl movie after Birds of Prey. Do you know who the Birds of Prey are? Like let me show you your average Birds of Prey roster.
Harley Quinn, apparently.
I don't know why she was in that fucking movie. Your average Birds of Prey is Huntress, Batgirl, and Black Canary, who was also black in the movie.
Characters are in this game.
Nice. Just don't go on Twitter at all. Like,
I thought that would surprise you.
well, I mean, Captain Boomerang's in it. Really? I love her. She's super cool. She was one of the only reasons I wanted to watch the movie. But I saw what she looked like, and I was like, oh.
But she's one of the There's like doors you can build that give you strange characters, and she's one of them. She looks like Batman but with purple, and she's got a fucking crossbow.
Yeah, that's her. Her name is Helena Bertinelli. Um, sometimes it has Poison Ivy, sometimes it has Catwoman, but like it's never had Harley, never had Cassandra Cain, who, by the way, Cassandra Cain cannot talk. I can't explain to you how frustrated I was watching the trailer, and I'm like, who's this Asian girl? And everybody's like, oh, that's Cassie Cain. I'm like, no, it's not. She's talking, and that's a problem for me.
Oh, you mean the mute?
Like, let me explain to you why Cassandra Cain can't speak. Her training as an assassin was so rigorous that the space in her brain that would have contained language skills contains information on how to kill people.
That's what I was thinking you were gonna say, and I was hoping that wasn't going to be what's happening.
It doesn't make sense, but
I don't like it.
if she were to try to speak, she would probably kill someone instead. She's been learning a little bit.
How that works.
She's been learning a little bit since the 90s when she was introduced. She can kind of speak. The first full sentence that I saw her say, she got mad at Batwoman for killing somebody. She said something to the effect of, "You can't kill if you wear this bat," and so she ripped it off of her chest and took it with her when she left. The film companies, what's up?
Would she not be like weird, like when sign language people talk?
It probably was, but I mean, you can't really translate that through like a page. It was just like some busted English. Do film companies making superhero movies take any inspiration from the comic it originated from, or do they just go off on their own? Marvel seems to actually know the characters that they make movies based on most of the time. Warner, though, I mean, look at the Catwoman movie and tell me that they know who Catwoman is.
DC is just strange. Like think of all the Superman covers I showed you today.
Yeah. And at least that has the excuse of being 40 years old. It should be an auctioneer. People have said that a lot. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I can't do it on purpose. Big Bill's like a platypus, a caterpillar that's coming to get the cannabis and looking for the smoke, but your motherfuckers is scattered and battered and everything, and I've had it with the inadequate man. I can see my dick is in the syphilis and manic, and then they're bringing the bed in and back a fucking headband and fucking headbanding and handkerchief, and I'm thinking they're bringing the fucking freakless gloves back, and I'm giving a sick of the fuck, like, fuck rap. Doesn't like a fucking millionaire with the damage with the head. Because, like, even when you're watching, like, Iron Fist, right? The people that wrote that show are clearly not passionate about the Iron Fist character, but they got his fucking name right, which is more than I can say for a lot of DC things to come out. You know, the Venom movie, without having Spider-Man, is probably as accurate as it could be. It had the Life Foundation. The symbiote was brought back by John Jonah Jameson's son on a space mission, so that's correct. Its weaknesses were correct, which were not consistent in the Spider-Man 3 film. So, in some ways, the Venom movie did Venom better than Spider-Man 3 did.
Well, I just find it interesting that
He also ate people.
the son of the man who yells at people at his desk went to space.
Yeah. He brought back the symbiote and he became Man-Wolf, but we don't have to talk. No, Wolfman.
Man-Wolf.
He became Wolfman. But we don't have to talk too much about that.
Is something I have never heard of.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's really dumb.
It's DC.
Marvel.
Same thing.
Sure.
Shut up.
And yeah, Marvel has fumbled the bag a lot, especially lately. Hawkeye was not good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was not good. WandaVision was hella not fucking good. Eternals was not good. Black Widow was not good. Loki was not good. What If was not good. But Spider-Man and Shang-Chi were really damn good, and it carried Marvel 2021. So, it was good enough for me.
Feathers right now.
What's up?
I feel like you're ruffling some feathers right now.
Well, you can't call me any more sexist than they already call me, so I'm chilling.
Why are we both cyborg? What happened?
Cyborgs in that game? I almost said a word that would have got me in trouble on Twitch.
The game, the subtitle to this game is DC Superheroes. So
True. Beyond Gotham, that's the third game.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Um, and you know, like if we're being okay, Man of Steel is not my favorite Superman movie, but objectively speaking, it's probably the best one, but it's still bad. Batman versus Superman, depending on which day of the week you ask me, might be the best Batman movie, and it's still bad. But I would much rather either of those characters get another movie to themselves before Batgirl ever comes out. I'm not against Batgirl getting a movie, but she needs to be the right skin color. Um,
That would be your best Batman movie. Why so serious
because let me cook it to you like this, right?
about what I said?
We're not going to talk about the Dark Knight in the slightest. I don't consider blackwashing to inherently be a thing in filmmaking, and if it is, I think it hurts people a lot less than taking a character who was supposed to be a Tibetan monk and making him an English woman.
I don't really think I wouldn't say it is a thing. Would the only example I'd be able to think of is K K and Peele, whichever one is the director.
Oh, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, any of his movies.
Oh, he's just like going out of his way to avoid having a white character be a good person in any of his movies.
Yeah.
Like, like I said, like if you take a character who is a minority in the source material and you make them white in the adaptation, that's a problem because it's already hard enough for a lot of actors of color to get high profile roles like that. Like, there's what, 27 MCU movies, and 2 of them are led by minority actors. So, and even then, only one of them was a huge success. The other one didn't even get to come out in the country that it was representing. So, you know, uh, so I think it hurts a lot more to. What's up?
Shang-Chi or Black
Yeah.
Panther?
Shang-Chi got banned in China for I'm not quite sure why. I don't think there's
Inspiring hope in the in the rebels.
yeah. But it's like uh I think it hurts a lot more to do that than it would to take a character that is white, but them being white is not a big deal, and to cast a black actor who gave the best performance in their audition. Like MJ being black in the most recent Spider-Man movies is annoying, but Zendaya also did a really good job. So I'm like, eh. But
Make a new girl.
fully, well, they kind of did because they called her Michelle Jones, but then suddenly they said that her last name is actually Watson, and I'm like, why did you do that? Um, because it's not because Spider-Man gets ass. Spider-Man gets mad cheeks. Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Batman are the sluttiest superheroes you'll ever find.
I feel like the new MJ was just like a Disney star. That's what she looked like to me.
She is.
Well, I don't want her.
Because Shake It Up and Casey Undercover. But and like she's super talented. Like Euphoria is good. She was good in Dune for the 3.5 minutes she was in it. You know, like I've never disliked her in anything. But I'm just like, does she really need to be MJ? You know? Liz Allen being played by Laura Harrier. I'm like, Liz is a white girl. Yeah, she was in Dune. She was the girl in Paul's Dreams. Iris West, and then by extension, Wally West got turned black in The Flash, and I'm like, and yeah, Wally West was black in the New 52, but by the time he was put on the TV show, the white Wally West was like right about to come back, so like it didn't have to be like that. But even then, you're dealing with a legacy character. Wally West was introduced in what 1974, and was white until 2015. So I think if you're going to introduce Wally West, he ought to be white. But the reason that they couldn't do that is because that they already made Iris black. So Wally had to be black too. And another thing is you take this white girl who has red hair in the comics and is I love her so much. I love Iris West in the comics. And then you make her black and you make me want to throw sharp objects at her. That's not representation.
Throwing axes, specifically.
Iris West was not an insufferable bitch in the comics. you know? And like Linda Park, they made Linda Park Asian in the show, and I liked her. So why did they make Iris so insufferable? I don't understand. Speaking of love interests, how come Smallville and Arrow are so against Oliver Queen being with Black Canary? He's always got to end up with some blonde chick they made up for the show. Who wrote the script for her? I have no idea. Like, and I don't want to get into a whole damsel in distress thing, but like, I just feel like a character who is decades old and is historically white ought to remain white when adapted to the big screen. Like them making what's up?
Racism, and everyone was white back then.
Them making the Human Torch black in the last Fantastic Four movie did not help anything. In fact, it made it more complicated because now they had to say that the Invisible Woman was adopted. So that's cool.
Torch.
Yeah, Human Torch and Invisible Woman are brother and sister, as you probably know. And when you change one person's color, you kind of have to change other things too. The whole Savitar arc was just Iris being the damsel in distress. Literally, the entire crux of the plot was I'm not fast enough to save Iris, so you have to. And I'm just like, bro, is that the best you can do? Also, Soda, I noticed that you're not currently subbed to the channel. And like them making a project with a black Superman is totally fine by me. I like Val-Zod. I think it's supposed to be Val-Zod, and if it's not Val-Zod, then it's probably going to be Calvin Ellis. They're both cool versions of Superman. Superman can totally be black, and that works for me. Kal-El, though, Clark Joseph Kent, the man who grew up in Smallville, Kansas, no, he's white. He has always been and shall always be white.
The mantle can be whatever, but that specific character is this thing. Like,
Exactly.
It's like people getting mad at the new James Bond movies. Like, 007 isn't a black woman. Yes,
It's
it
like
is.
007 is a
Bond is
designation. And that's exactly what I knew it was going to be when they first announced it. And I felt so bad because I was like, that's all people are going to talk about when this movie comes out. And No Time to Die is a solid movie. Like, it's fun to watch. I just didn't like the villain, which is a shame because Rami Malek is such a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but they just kind of like, oh, well, if he died, here's a new bad guy.
It's so unfortunate. But like I love Miles Morales. He's a great Spider-Man. Sam Wilson was a really good Captain America while he was Captain America. I wouldn't mind there being a Black Iron Fist at some point if that's something that they ever feel like doing. Ghost Rider, it doesn't really matter because he has no flesh anyway. So I don't know how the Hispanic community feels about Robbie Reyes.
Y'all got fucking what's his kind? Y'all just got Brandon Marino. You're represented as hell right now.
Dude, that was such a great moment for him though.
Yeah, I know. I was watching that shit in the parking lot at work.
And I really hope he doesn't lose that shit in a couple weeks.
Bro, when fucking figure whatever tapped out, I fucking threw my screaming Brandon's name.
I stood up, I'm like, yeah. But like the thing about Wally West that frustrated me the most out of any character that's been turned black, Wally West is the Flash. He's not just the Flash that I grew up with, but I mean he is because he was Flash from 1986 to 2010. But like he's the Flash. All of the coolest things that the Flash has ever done was Wally West. All of the Flash's greatest stories, with the exception of Flashpoint and the Trial of the Flash, is Wally West. All of the things that you associate with the Flash is Wally West, who was a white man with red hair. So when you reboot the universe and you leave him out until you're reminded that he exists and you bring him back as a little black boy, there's a problem. And yes, he is technically a different character, but for 3 years he was Wally West. And so not only is my guy who is the Flash not around anymore, he's replaced by this black kid I don't want, who was a child and is unable to be on the same level that the correct Wally West was on. And
Before
now
we started talking about levels, there was an opportunity to make a very racist joke.
I'm glad I didn't let you speak. And now they coexist. Whatever, I don't care. But it's just like they had to make an actual event out of bringing the ginger-haired Wally West back. And they shit the bed, I'll admit, but you know.
They shit the bed.
The DC Comics, they were always going to. I have something that I want to show you guys. I have this PlayStation playing card deck. It was a gift. All the cards that would be black or silver, which is awesome, and all the cards that would be red or blue. They're very thick and can't really be shuffled all that well. I wish I would bring back more DC comic characters into CW that wasn't just a new Flash. They need to stop doing the shows on the CW. They should do all their shows on HBO Max. What's up?
The CW needs to stop. Every show is the exact same.
I'm not bothered by the existence of like Vampire Diaries or the originals or whatever. I just don't want soap operas out of my superheroes.
It's all ass.
We'll be like Bart or Jay. You know how frustrated I was to see Bart show up finally in the 7th season of the show, only to have no personality? Anyway.
He's like Joe Pera.
I would like you guys to... You know what, Ethan? You go first. Name a card in the deck.
I thought that was funny. 5 of spades.
The 5 of spades? Alright, Soda. Watch me.
Are you gonna do a card trick?
No. Kinda.
In theory.
Depends on who you ask. Huzzah! If you could see it. That's the 4. I'm fucking terrible at everything I've ever done. This keeps happening. I'm always 1 or 2 cards off. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Name another fucking card.
Like a sniper, but you have your scope dialed off.
I'm just so rusty. Like, my deck awareness is not what it was 10 years ago. Yeah, name another card, you fuck. Soda said 7 of hearts. That's what we're going for. Kaboom! That's the 3. Wouldn't you know? Kaboom! It's also... I just want to call attention to the thickness of these cards. Can you tell how thick that is?
Do you have normal cards on hand?
Unfortunately, no. But like, if you...
to give us the millimeter.
If you've seen your average playing card, like, okay, this isn't gonna do much for me, but like, listen to what it sounds like if I flick the whole deck. Ah! Well, that should give you some perspective.
Luckily, none of that came through for Discord.
I took more damage than the fucking cards did. Did you hear that one?
I did, but I wasn't paying attention.
You fucking... Ah! It hurts so
like
bad.
You're slapping your phone.
Yeah, that's how thick. This is 52 cards, just a standard deck of playing cards, and that's what it sounds like. So these cards are thick, and so manipulating them the way that I used to doesn't really work. It's also...
It's like trying to do sleight of hand, but you've got a deagle instead of instead of a 1911.
It's also not a trick deck, so keep that in mind.
It's not built for it.
Yeah. Because sorry to burst your bubble, anybody out there who ever thought Magic was real. We're all using trick decks. Either that, or we're using decks that we have total control over. I am going to pull the 6 of clubs. It's the 8. It's the 8. I'm so sad. Bro. even if this was just a regular like bicycle deck of cards, I would be crushing my own challenge right now.
Bicycle?
Yeah, it's a playing card company.
Oh, okay.
I used to use a lot of their products, as you can imagine. Um, well, like they also don't come in a box. They come in this tin, which is pretty cool.
Tin of cards.
Yeah. I would also like to call attention to the jokers, because I hate when decks of cards do this. Ethan, would you care to look at the stream and tell me which joker is big and which one's little?
Is there supposed to be a big and little Joker?
Yeah.
Have you ever? What about the decks of cards that have like? It's not necessarily a Joker card, but it's like a scrap card, and it's got like the rules list or something on it.
Those also exist depending on the manufacturer, but you don't typically play those. Because sometimes they'll be different colored, so you can tell by that, and you can just decide which one is bigger. Yeah. Which one is big or little. Sometimes the Joker logo will just be big, so that's the big Joker. And not every card game uses the Jokers anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if I wanted to play some spades, I'd have a hard time deciding who wins.
Or you can send a picture on Discord or something.
Morbius has been delayed. Are you excited for Morbius soda?
I'll be back again next week. You win.
I wasn't prepared for that to happen. The Browns are getting beat up. I'm not surprised, but it is interesting to see. Alright, so on Saturday, the Chiefs play the Broncos, and the Cowboys play the Eagles. Chiefs win, Eagles win. Ravens most likely beat the Steelers. Bengals will definitely beat the Browns. Packers beat the Lions. Titans beat the Texans. Vikings beat the Bears. Colts beat the Jaguars. I don't think you're talking.
I wasn't just then because I was listening to the stream and then you were like doing shit and then just like dead silence. And then you were about something.
Washington beats the Giants. The Cardinals beat the Seahawks. Falcons beat the Saints. Bills beat the Jets. Rams beat the 49ers. Patriots beat the Dolphins. I think so.
I'd hope we'd beat everyone, but apparently that just seems an impossible feat.
Chargers beat the Ravens. The Raiders, and Buccaneers beat the Panthers. The Raiders!
It's not Bonesaw. I'm just copying what Bill Burr does.
Bonesaw is ready! That's the best line in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That means we got 3 more minutes of playtime. The cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you? Well, actually, he did, Human Spider.
Human Spider.
Yeah, that's what he was called. Me and my husband have been very committed to each other for 5 years. That day, Spider-Man learned a lot about being tolerant. The only reason I would want to go see Morbius is if Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is in it.
What is Morbius?
He is a vampire that Spider-Man fights sometimes, that likes to drink the blood of like serial killers and shit.
Interesting.
He feels terrible about it too. Like he He's like the lizard in like Man Bat. He was experimenting with bat DNA to save himself from a disease that was going to kill him, and he turned into a vampire.
Mm.
And he cannot reverse the process no matter what he does. And he also can't die unless he starves to death. But if he tries to starve himself, he will just go feral and drink blood anyway. But there's a time where Ghost Rider tried to like penance stare him. He's like, "Oh, you feel the pain of the people you've killed." He's like, "Bro, I'm feeling that pain constantly, bro. What are you doing?" Um, but Ghost Rider was like, "Well, stop drinking innocent blood." He's like, "I bet I won't drink any more innocent blood."
Innocent.
Yeah.
So he goes for Spider-Man.
I mean, Spider-Man is just like, I don't want vampires in my city. I want you to see something, Ethan. Spider-Man's racist towards vampires, apparently. But look at this picture.
What is? I don't like this. What is this?
That's Professor Peculiar, bro. That ain't fucking Doctor Strange. What the hell is this?
What's with the hair and like the? He looks like
It makes his
the
head look so
mustache looks like
big.
he's from the facial hair makes me think he's fucking whatever Khan from fucking Mulan.
It's got Benny looking so strange, bro. And this is real too. Like this is not like fan made or anything.
I don't like it. It's bad.
What am I thinking about though? Oh yeah, Mob Psycho's coming out this year. Anybody out there watch Mob Psycho 100? Because that shit is pretty fire. Ruben Langdon. In this broken home, everyone becomes predictable. Did I play something? How long have you been live? An hour and a half? I'm sleepy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bro, can I tell you something?
Mm.
Okay. I don't think that the people that run WB right now are capable of making movies about Green Arrow, Green Lantern, The Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, and make them good. I think they're legitimately incapable. And you know what's interesting about like Aquaman and Shazam, which are like two of the only DC movies to come out in the last 10 years that I liked, the other one being the Suicide Squad, is that they're just Marvel movies with a different main character. Shazam is an MCU movie about Billy Batson. Aquaman is an MCU movie about Arthur Curry. And that's why they're good. That's why Aquaman made $1 billion.
Why do you say they're MCU movies?
Because they're made the exact same way that all the MCU movies are. It's like, guy has powers, here comes guy that has the exact same powers but is evil. And here's a bunch of jokes that are appropriate to the character and the tone that they are using for that character in this movie. Which is not always correct when it comes to Aquaman. I don't know why they made Aquaman into a complete fucking dunderhead in the movies, but it worked, I guess.
Dunderhead.
Which is weird because Jason Momoa was hot, right? He's a sexy man, but he's not dumb. Like, he's not stupid just because he's pretty. Like, I don't understand why he's a bimbo. You know what? Since Morbius got delayed, release Batman earlier. Drop that shit in 3 weeks. I will say, okay, about Batman as well. I am excited for the Batman because I think Robert Pattinson's a really good actor. And I think Zoe Kravitz is very attractive. And the Riddler The Riddler, I feel like, is one of Batman's more underrated villains, so it's cool to see him like heading his own movie. But if they ever make another like Batman reboot that is supposed to be more grounded or more realistic than this one, I'm out. I don't want one of Batman's biggest villains is a guy who's 1,000 years old and keeps himself alive by taking a dip into some magic water. Why do they act like Batman's the most realistic superhero out there? He's not Daredevil. Most of Daredevil's villains are pretty realistic. You know, Kingpin's just a really strong guy. Bullseye's just a guy with really good aim, you know? Elektra's just a girl who knows how to fight. And then you have the Hand, which, yeah, but whatever. It's so annoying, bro, because Batman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's not a blind guy that can see with the Force.
No, but he is somehow capable of benching 1,000 pounds while weighing 240 pounds.
Yeah, comics are just stupid.
You know how ridiculous it is? People will look you dead in the face and say he's not superhuman, but he can bench press 4 times his body weight. No. No. You're not doing that. If he was squatting 1,000 pounds, sure. If he was leg pressing 1,000 pounds, okay. If he was using his entire body and pulling a car that was 1,000 pounds, sure, I'll take it. But with his chest, shoulders, and biceps, push 1,000 pounds off of his body, no.
What you're saying is that he when he has to do work on the Batmobile, he just lifts it with one arm and then tightens the thing with his right arm.
Basically. Like, let me put into perspective anybody that's confused as to why I'm upset about Batman lifting 1,000 pounds. Eddie Hall, Brian Shaw, Robert Oberst, Nick Best, Hafthor Bjornsson. 6 of the strongest men on the planet. None of them can bench 1,000 pounds. And they can all deadlift over 1,000 pounds.
So what's more impressive, a deadlift or a bench?
If you could bench 1,000 pounds, I'd give you all my belongings. But a deadlift I respect more because it's just so risky to do. Like, if you make any sort of mistake, you'll fuck up your entire body.
Yeah, they're fucking bleeding from the nose when they lift it.
Like, that shit took Eddie out. But like not only can they not lift, not only can they not bench press 1,000 pounds, but some of them are 400 pounds. And so 1,000 pounds is only a little more than twice their body weight, and they still can't bench it. Batman being around 250 and benching that shit is probably the most unrealistic part of his entire mythos. I refuse to believe he can do that. And he's fast enough to dodge machine guns at point blank range? No way. You're either that strong or you're that fast. Or you're Superman. You can't have you can't have 2 of those at the same time. I refuse. That, and he has like an Omega level IQ. Like, I think his IQ is like 300 something. Like, what? Einstein's was 160. You mean to tell me you're twice as smart as Einstein? And you still build your Batcave under your house? You still leave 40% of your face exposed? Okay. Sure.
World's smartest detective or world's dumbest villains? You decide.
You still haven't faked your death as Bruce Wayne to at least try to throw some attention off of yourself? Like, fake your death and let Dick run Wayne Tech or Wayne Industry. Whatever the fuck. Wayne. Let him do it. And just tell him what you want him to do. That's what I would do if I wrote Batman. And he supposedly knows every fighting style in the world. Not only does he know them, he's mastered them. Which, in my opinion, there is no mastering a martial art. There, you can learn everything that a specific teacher has to teach you. But considering the fact that every martial art since their inception has continued to evolve and adapt as time goes on, there is no mastering any of them, much less all of them. And as far as like what would be practical in the types of fights he gets into, what do you have? You have karate, kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, maybe Capoeira, but I've never seen him use that. Maybe Sambo, but I've never seen him use that either. Wrestling, which I've never seen him use. Where
All American wrestling.
Where is his hundreds of martial arts experience where I barely ever see him throw an impressive kick? I've never seen him do an axe kick. I've never seen him do a switch kick, question mark kick, which is funny because he fights the Riddler all the fucking time. Never seen him do a hook kick. Never seen him do an overhand. Never seen him do a fucking 12-6 elbow. Like, where is it? All he really does is go, but he knows every martial art in the world. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sure. Like, whatever. And you also want me to believe that he's an expert at every science there is. He's an engineer, a chemist, a fucking software designer, a roboticist, an engineer, a chemical engineer. No. No, he didn't have time to learn all that shit at the same time. If you are going with the canon and you accept that his training started at 18 and ended at 28, he did not have enough time to do all the shit that he did. I'm sorry. There's just no way. I refuse to. I just can't. I cannot.
What was that, 10 years?
Yeah.
Bro, you can be a doctor in 7. That's learning 2 things in 10 years is too much.
It's like, bro. Like, whatever. Like, I won't believe it. I don't care how long I live. And you know how you can make all that way easier? You know what you can do to make me accept it? Admit he's superhuman. All you have to do is say that he's superhuman, and I will accept everything about him. But if you continue to insist that he's just a human guy, I will continue to fight this fight for the rest of my days. I just opened my Twitter, saw number titties. I'm really impressed. That's how I am these days, bro. I hop online, I see titties, I'm like, what's your credit score looking like? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, she's selling an OnlyFans, so not the best.
That is a good point.
I feel like this is a room for this man. I almost just spoiled one of the characters.
Is it Clayface?
No, but he is in this game. If you guess a name, I'll tell you if they're in here.
Deadshot.
No, surprisingly.
Deathstroke.
No.
I don't care anymore. Firefly.
No.
The hell's going on?
It's Batman focused, but there's still a lot of DC stuff. They also waste 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters on civilians, and then they waste 1, 2,
Is one of them
3,
Jimmy Olsen?
6. They waste 7 characters on civilians and 6 characters on goons.
Is one of the civilians Jimmy Olsen?
No.
Lois Lane?
Yes.
Why not Jimmy? What the fuck?
We have as civilians Vicky Vale, Lois Lane, Commissioner Gordon,
Vicky Vale.
Alfred, Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson, and Clark Kent. No Nightwing though. The closest thing we get to Nightwing is the acrobatic suit.
Why would I want to play as Dick Grayson if I can't be Nightwing?
I really thought he was Nightwing, but I guess I was just misremembering the acrobatic suit. And then the goons, we have the policeman, a clown goon, a mime goon, the Riddler goon, a Two-Face goon, and then a Lex bot.
See, you told me that Lego Batman 2 was the best in the trilogy, and I'm just having a hard time believing that you would lie to my face.
And I personally believe it's the best Lego game of all time, but they did waste a lot of characters.
Think it's better than Lego Star Wars 2?
Lego Star Wars 2?
The original trilogy?
I've played the complete saga. Out of all the Lego games I've played, this one's the best.
Somebody said, sorry, but how has Peter Parker not killed himself yet? And I'm like, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. The thing that's holding DC back from being able to be successful on the same level that Marvel is, that Marvel has a guy that plans all this shit and carefully constructed.
And DC's like, oh, that'd kind of be cool, yeah.
Well, like they just don't have they don't have that guy. It was Zack Snyder. Now, was Zack Snyder making good movies? No, but he knew where he wanted it to end up, and that's better than I can say for anything regarding anything else that DC's been doing.
It was bad, but he had a vision.
Exactly.
Can Wonder Woman fly?
Yes. Why does she have an invisible plane? I have no idea. Got me singing, ooh. That reminds me, I don't have that song. Put your filthy hands all over me. No, this ain't the clean version. Anyway. If you know what's good. 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 I love when songs say the same shit 9 times.
That looks like a magnet, so why can't I pull it?
Said, put your filthy hands all over me. No, this ain't the clean version. And what you gonna do with all that meat? Cooking up a mean serving, which I think means Justin Timberlake likes thick women. No question, I want it. Follow everybody smoking. Your friends, my friends, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. Go chill, baby, you're the coldest. Go far, put them all on us. If you don't want to walk with me, baby, don't you mind if I do? Yeah, exactly what you like. See, I need the Browns to beat the Steelers today because I don't want the Steelers to go to the playoffs with a fucking tie on their record. if you didn't even like win or lose every game you played, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
I've collected all the aquatic mini kits. I only have 4 gold bricks left in the entire game.
Is Black Manta in the game?
No, that would be cool if he was, though.
I'm uninstalling every Warner Brothers game I've ever put eyes on.
Everyone I say isn't in the game, you can take with a grain of salt, though, because all this work I'm putting in is for the last person. But according to the silhouette, it does look like a woman.
Poison Ivy?
She is in the game, and I have it.
Nice. Go far, put them all on us. If you don't want to walk with me, baby, don't you mind if I do? Yeah, exactly what you like. Times 2. Anyway. Ooh. What do you feel about Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning?
Yes.
I feel like he was Tom Brady before Tom Brady. Is that accurate?
They were in the same league for a while.
He was just kind of a, I don't know.
He was the antidote to the everything Tom Brady was doing in the NFL.
What do you mean?
It was either Tom Brady was having a great season, or Peyton Manning was having a great season. They could not coexist.
He seemed like such an aw shucks type of guy.
Yeah, I mean he's super nice.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those athletes that you just can't hate. But the thing about both of the Manning brothers is they are the reason that Tom Brady does not have 11 Super Bowl wins.
There's a rivalry there.
Yeah. And the thing is, if Peyton Manning had only ever played with the Broncos, he would have dominated the AFC a lot harder than he did, but the Colts were holding him back for a long time. That, plus it took him a long time to actually get a good, like, start. His first couple of years were just, like, him going through he was a system quarterback for, like, the first 5 seasons that he played. But his success as a player was more just being on the team that he was on when he was on it. But then he started losing key players, and he was just kind of going through the motions after he won his first Super Bowl, so he went to Denver. And then he won a second Super Bowl and then retired that same night. What a fucking boss way to do that. There's a lot of quarterbacks who will never play in 2 Super Bowls, much less win 2. Would you like to know who else has won 2 Super Bowls? Ben Roethlisberger! I fucking hate the Steelers with every bone in my body.
You can say you went for it, though.
What are you saying to me?
That's something that no one can take away from you.
I guess. But it's just like watching him play, watching him just fumble snaps and throw the ball at the floor by accident and have all the mobility of a parked car and get sacked like he's getting paid for every time he hits the floor. It's just like, how did this man ever win 2 Super Bowls? Like, how do you do that shit? How do you have more wins than Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers can actually throw. Like, right now, Ben Roethlisberger is a system QB.
You call him, never mind.
Good. Like, the Steelers' defense is probably their strongest asset right now. I wonder what Ben Roethlisberger is most well known for, abusing women or winning 2 Super Bowls.
Who?
Ben Roethlisberger. Technologic one more time. You know what? Let's sing Love Again. Why not? Every stream I do turns into a fucking concert. Get out of my face, Dua Lipa. Uh, uh, The pain right on my tongue. Novocaine to make me numb. Don't you worry, 'cause the night is young. Dance until the morning sun, morning sun, morning sun. I am at a loss for words. Can't believe I let you pull me down to this place. You stole my heart and soul. Just to think that I had dried those tears from your face. I played such a foolish game, feeling you were everything to me and more. I don't mean to point the blame, but baby, you hurt me to my very core. You don't know why, you don't know how, you don't know when to love again. You let me in, then shut me out. You have to learn to love again. You have to trust me, that's exactly what the beatboxing sounds like. Take me away from here to a place where all my feelings don't go to waste. Here in the atmosphere, but high above the skies to show not a space. So I'm running, baby, from the certain that you're giving me all through the night. Whoa, baby, dancing to your pretty face is sad to see. And tonight, you don't know why, you don't know how, you don't know when to love again. This song was like, I was like, bro, they understand me when I was like 16.
Mm.
I'ma teach you how to love. I'ma teach you. I'ma teach you how to love. I'ma teach you. He's not even in the group anymore. Taste the pain right on my tongue. Novocaine to make me numb. Don't you worry, 'cause the night is young. Dance until the morning sun. Taste the pain right on my tongue. Novocaine to make me numb. Don't you worry, 'cause the night is young. Dance until the morning sun, morning sun, morning sun, morning sun. I'ma teach you how to and to love again. You let me in, then shut me out. I wish I could sing as high as a lot of people can. These niggas be like, yo, what's up? My name's Eric. And then they'd be like, ah! I'm just like, how do you do that?
I can't sing at all, so I mean.
That's racism, and I don't think it's true.
Why?
Saying you, I almost said something. I spent too much time around you, is what I'm learning.
What do you mean?
I almost said one of your favorite words.
Mm.
Used to be a fool, all about the bounce in my step. Watch it on the news, what's it gonna do? What you gonna do?
God, a missile just came down.
Oh. Imagine walking on the street and then just artillery.
It's just artillery.
No one's gonna listen to me. One of the girls that I met at the party, I've been talking to her on Snapchat. Her boyfriend's cool with it. But she started watching, I don't know why I'm explaining myself to the fucking internet. If I wanted to steal someone's girl, I could, okay? Point is, she started watching Daredevil, and she's like, that Wilson Fisk Wilson Fisk dick must go crazy. And I read it. I thought she was talking about a fish. And I'm like, fish dick? Oh, Fisk. Capitalization is important when we're talking about proper nouns.
If he has the ability to throw you through a building, then yeah, he's probably killed some people in his time.
It's crazy to me, right? Because Wilson Fisk fights Daredevil and Spider-Man with the same intensity, and Daredevil's alive. What's he taking? Like, if you were to throw a mere mortal through walls the way he does to Spider-Man, that mere mortal is going to splat.
Some powerful vitamins.
And Daredevil's not much more than a mere mortal. So it's like, what's going on? Yeah, he has powers, but he doesn't have enhanced durability of any kind. Like, his powers are basically he can see better than you despite being blind. And he has, like, kind of superhuman strength. I've seen him throw, like, 300 pounds across the room like it's nothing, so I can't do that. So I have to assume it's super strength of some kind. What are we gonna sing next, fam? Riding on my feathers, I can lead you through the patterns we now follow. Lying on the floor, life between us lights a solid afterglow. Afterglow. We gon' have a good time waving by and by. We gon' have a good time waving by and by. Is there somebody at the door? Hold on. Somebody's at the fucking door.
Oh, I just punched my fucking headset off my face.
Because my roommate's girlfriend about to freeze to death. Mans was not aware. I got a burp. Hold on. Yeah. Ugh. That was a rough one.
I just can't. Never mind.
Excuse me?
Don't worry about it.
We gonna have a good time. I'll take you to the sun. All the way. The sun. All the way. I'll take you to the sun. All the way. The sun. All the way. Crazy all night. I bought A new pair of headphones for $80. I don't use them.
I'm missing 3. And there's one there.
I can see us through our starry night, our shadows.
Well, I guess I have to do that as well. That's
High above the floor, like two demons trying to find a brighter soul. I'll take you to the sun, all the way. The sun, all the way. I'll take you to the sun, all the way. The sun.
Lego Batman 2 level 13 mini kits.
You know what's dumb about being an adult and being single? Is that you'll meet somebody who's female and is cool, and you start talking to them, and because they have a boyfriend, they're just like, oh, ugh. Like every potential conversation that we could have had that could have been the least bit profound in any significant way has been stricken from all timelines because other people are insecure. And I'm just like, bro, but you know what's crazy? I could probably beat your ass. Like, like, if you can't beat my ass, I'll talk to whoever I want to. The only fight I've ever lost is the one I got jumped. Which I would have won if it hadn't been a bunch of girls, because I was like, I'm not gonna hit back, so I guess I just gotta hold this. But I think differently now. What did Professor Membrane say? I know better now. Ethan, sing Miss Murder. Hey, Miss Murder, can I? Hey, Miss Murder, can I make beauty stay if I take my life? Whoa. With just a look, they shook, and heavens bowed before him. Simply a look can break your heart. The stars that pierced the sky, he left them all behind. We're left to wonder why he left us all behind. Hey, Miss Mo. I've been in this chair most of the time I've been awake. That's just kind of wild. I got off work about 5 hours ago, which means it's my bedtime in like 2 hours. That's fine. I should eat something though. I ate like, what, 9 hours ago? Ethan, would you like to hear a rap song about Venom?
sure.
Alright, watch this. Watch this shit. It's not Venom. It's not that song.
Oh, that's what was playing in my head.
Venom. Hold on. Anarchist, put a flame to its eye, walk around with a fire around neck. Mankind gotta deal with a new kind of mind. I'm a quick death wrapped in a threat. Tell these fuzzy little weak hot bunny babies back up and get wet. Never mind, we draw the line. I got a mind for crime and all the disrespect. I'm an oil rig, fire in the flesh. Your lunchbox, walking erect. Taste of the treats, to the lungs, to the flesh of the neck. Who's hungry? The table set. Go get it. Game's a game, but you can't run with it. Have fun with it. Enjoy your suffering. Colonel panic. Terminal rushing. Empty the clip where your clips are. Look in the eye of the violent, the villainous. We are the murderous militants. We are the parasite out on the island. Invaded, be wild and marauding and murdering merchantmen. We have been cursed by the curse. We're shooting first on our turf. Pay us our proper respect. You pray for your God to end the perverse. He said the worst of the worst. Every damn demon dispersed. We put them all in a hearse. We put them under the earth. We are the savages ravaging hell. Death in the air. We relish the smell. We are the hand of the Lord. We are the hand with the sword. Taking a hand to the face. We are the sealers of fate. We are the fangs of the snake. Let's go. By the way, the Detective Pikachu sequel got canceled 2 fucking years ago. I didn't know that. I'm in pain. Enemies of the state. Pardon me, your mistake. Sam reads to eat pain. Appetite just like bang. Me and Mike got the Hellcat until the bro white's like yay. I love rap, bro. You can just say,
He's gonna run over white supremacists.
huh?
What was that line about?
I don't know.
It sounded like he just said he's gonna run over white supremacists.
Pardon me, your mistake. I mean, would that be the worst thing?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck he was saying.
Don't you cry. I am you from much later in your life. I know your hair is wild. I know you have no style. You're still a virgin, and you will be for a while. Danny, don't you know that you are cool as fuck on the end? What's up?
But that was a downshift, eh?
Everybody knows the best bananas will be ripe with time. So much ass on the inside.
Can you sing GFY
What is that? Go fuck yourself?
by Ninja Sex Party?
I know like 4 NSP songs.
What about
You had a growth spurt and you're suddenly 6'2". What about what?
Mansion Party?
I wish I knew those lyrics. I do like that song. Mostly because of Shuchuru's animation. And now all your friend is here. Daddy, don't you know that you are hot? Cool as fuck on the inside. I don't know why I said hot. You're just going through an awkward phase from 12 to 29. Which makes me feel better about myself, because I still got 7 years left of being awkward. If I live that long. Danny, don't you know? See, okay, I want to clarify something. Anytime I say if I live that long, there's an assumption that I'm going through something. Which, yes, I am. But I'm not always saying that I'm about to yeet myself. It's just a matter of will I live that long? I could have lethal gout at any moment.
Any sudden gout.
Just, oh, it strikes! I'm not gonna lie to you though. When I was talking to some of the girls at the party, they were like doing things that could very easily call your attention to them, but I am a pious man. And so I would just look at the floor until I could sense that it was over. Danny, don't you know? Danny, don't you know? Danny, don't you know? Danny, don't you know? Step. What the fuck is wrong with me? A window into your destiny. Now you're on tour. And they want more.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You step on stage and they come alive. No one cares that you're 35. You're a rock star. On a centaur. Where did he get a centaur? I love that the centaur was Markiplier.
What is it?
Yeah, who else would it be, honestly? Like, of all their friends, who's got the best physique? Markiplier. And this is before he started working out every day.
Markiplier was built before being built.
Literally, like, his genetics are crazy. Which I didn't realize until I started lifting weights, how important genetics are to your aesthetic. You might just be unlucky in some ways, and I am. But to be totally honest, most people are not as strong as they look. So, like, I care a lot more about being able to beat your ass than looking like I can beat your ass. All right, let me hear you. D-A-N-N-Y. He's a super awesome guy. D-A-N-N-Y. He is not afraid to cry. What? D-A-N-N-Y. He cries almost all the time. D-A-N-N-Y. He cries and cries and cries and cries. Okay, thank you.
What the fuck, bro? Or what about down under?
Australia?
Yeah, for an NXT cover.
The show, come on, you are a star tonight. What are you asking me?
My guy.
Am I dumb?
No, we're gonna move on. I've said 4 different songs, and all you can do is Danny, Don't You Know, so we're just gonna leave it at that.
Hold on. What do I have?
You gotta expand your NSP library.
Well, you know, Dan got in trouble for a little while earlier this year, which didn't really affect anything.
He got fucking alleged.
Yeah, but that's enough for some people to never be able to recover.
For you?
For some people to never be able to recover.
Yeah, I know, but fucking, did you believe it at all?
I didn't give a shit. If I were to get emotionally invested in every single situation that happens of that nature, I'd have nobody left to watch. It's a vibe, yeah, feeling right, yeah, keep it quiet, got a nigga thrown. So much ice, yeah, fantasize, yeah, the city lights, got a nigga so. Day and night, through the day and night, through the day and night, got a nigga so. Day and night, through the 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 day and night. Don't crash, you're moving too fast now. More cash, might throw it on her ass now. I don't know where. What, how's it go?
I'm genuinely about to get angry.
And Doki no less closed. But I just never I don't know. I've never known that many Starbomb or NSP songs honestly.
I don't fucking understand.
I don't even know Cool Patrol. Shucka duck, feel good. I do know a lot of Gorilla songs though. Boom, 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 boo, doo, doo. You know what frustrates me about people judging other people's music taste? Is that they act like if you listen to anything from after Eazy-E died, that you don't know good music. And it's like, let's be totally honest. Do you think there's ever been a time in the age of record labels existing where all the music that came out was good? Like, you might not like Designer or Future or that type of rap, right? But to say that there's no good rap anymore? Like, have you heard of Logic? Or Joyner Lucas? Yeah. Or Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole? You can't act like there's no good rap anymore. Because that's just not true. And there's some people that are just still around. Like Jay-Z and Eminem and Royce da 5'9". Like what, do they just drop off?
You take the second one first? What the fuck is he? I desperately wish, I beg with my entire soul that the school system could do the bare minimum of teaching these inbred failures to speak English. I'm trying to figure out how to get this last fucking mini kit, and if this man could have made it through 3rd grade, I could understand what he's fucking saying.
I feel you.
I'm out of brownies. Control my anger. Or if this level just fucking, god damn it, I'm gonna kill myself. If this level just fucking made sense, that would be fucking infinitely helpful.
I can't believe people are still arguing about who the best Spider-Man is.
I want to play Shadow of Mordor. Get this fucking loading screen off my face.
It's like, can we just grow up a little bit, bro? Like, there's so much more to life. I don't give a shit who your favorite Spider-Man is. If you like Spider-Man, that's good enough for me.
Fuck off, Vicky. I got 3 blocks left. I can find out who this character is, and then I can move past this, and I can start stabbing people again.
From one WB game to another.
Yeah, bro. It's like that with Ubisoft. I'm a fiend.
You know what's fun is I like WB games a lot more than I like WB Pictures. That's for damn sure. WB games doesn't frequently make me angry.
I really like Lego Batman too. It's got a lot of nice little details. I like the animations. It's got good Lego humor, but it's also revolutionary in some parts where it's got like takedowns and supers and there's talking.
Elden Ring comes out next month. I gotta fucking hurry up and pre-order it then, I guess.
That statue drops early.
Let me look at the Skywalker Saga real quick.
It's not out yet.
I know, and I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but if it's up for pre-order, I would like to pre-order it.
Release date. You can't.
Release date 12/31/2022. Fuck's sake.
December?
It's $15 off right now. Like they always put New Year's Eve as the placeholder date when they don't have it figured out. I want the
When did you say it was coming out?
12/31/22.
Don't give me numbers. Tell me what words are.
December 31st.
Of next year or this year.
Yes. I'm sure that'll change though when they actually.
It's a Lego game.
Like 2018. Like I get that it's the biggest one they've made so far, but that's how it's always the biggest one that they've made.
It's
so
an extra 3 movies and just HD. What's the fucking issue?
I want the deluxe edition because it comes with this little blue milk Luke figure. And it's got a really cool sleeve. Like the sleeve has Darth Vader's helmet on it, so if you take the sleeve off, it shows his face under.
I don't want to be reminded of milk.
Well, it's not old man Luke, it's episode 4 Luke.
Luke and his colored milk just isn't for me.
I don't need
I'm gonna have AIDS.
It sucks because I'm sorry to hear that. Because I don't want to pay $70 for this game, and I'm only going to play 2/3 of it. Apparently, there's a Mandalorian pack, as well as a Rogue One pack, and then there's like Solo and Bad Batch, but I don't care.
Getting whatever version gives you all the in-game shit. I don't care about the collector stuff.
I feel you.
Anger, fury, rage.
But I'm a collector guy.
Well, yeah, you. I don't give a fuck about the collector's shit because it's a Lego game.
It also comes with a
Legos.
It comes with a mini X-wing too. Don't tell me you don't want a mini X-wing.
I have a mini X-wing.
But do you have this mini X-wing?
I don't give a shit. I want the in-game stuff, and I wouldn't be. I'd play the last 3. I like playing as Kylo Ren in Battlefront.
Oh shit! Nintendo's on sale. What the hell? What am I thinking about?
$8.99.
Pokemon's on sale. There we go.
Okay, so I fucked it up again. That's outstanding.
Reverb sliding down my back and never alone when I hit this. Dying Light comes out next month as well.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Six Extraction comes out in 2 fucking weeks. I have a lot of games to get. Gran Turismo comes out a couple weeks after Horizon.
After what?
Horizon. I'm not gonna get the collector's edition because the figure doesn't look very good. I want the. Does the special edition come with the steelbook? Special edition includes full game steelbook. Good enough for me.
Okay, fuck that one.
Because I could never be a fully digital gamer. There's too much with digital gaming that I don't like. I don't like that the games never go down in value. I don't like that they're bigger. Like, if you're gonna do an all digital console, you need more space. Because like, if you were to get Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard copy, it's 100 gigs. But if you were to get it digitally, it's like 125. Like, I need more space. 25th anniversary edition is a steelbook for Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is 25. I don't remember there being one on the PS1, but I guess there had to have been. Man, this game looks so good too. It comes with like 6 cars. Nice. And 1 million in-game credits. Holy shit, GTA could never. Sometimes I look at myself in the stream and I'm like, damn, I'm a fucking ugly ass motherfucker. Have you seen that video, the black kid roasting somebody else? He's like, you look like you eat sand. Like, that's like it's the best insult I've ever heard. You look like you eat sand. It's just so simple yet effective. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to see Michael Bisping come back and beat somebody up.
No. He never will.
Yeah, but it hurts.
No, he's fine.
It
He's
is-
on commentary right now.
I just want him to beat up Conor McGregor for the one time.
He does the UK scene now.
Apparently he's getting his son into MMA. What does the red DualSense cost more than the black DualSense?
Pray for me. I might have done this. I think I did this correctly.
Why is the red one the most expensive? It's only a $5 difference, but like, when the thing is already $70, I don't want to pay $75.
You don't want to pre-order a game for a controller?
Like literally, like I'll never understand. Like, yes, okay, the controllers have more things in them, but did I ask for that thing for those things? No. And I think I need to replace my white controller already. My X button is squeaky. And it triggers me because I'm out here playing Madden. Trying to stiff arm.
Oh my good Christ. Alright, get me out of this godforsaken level.
Apparently Shaq bought 1,000 PS5s and Nintendo Switches and gave them out to a bunch of kids. That's pretty
Good
cool.
on him, but also go fuck yourself, Shaq.
I love Shaq.
Too many people are doing too many fucking things with PS5s.
Okay.
I'm already angry enough that graphic cards are as much as a fucking car.
Yeah.
Elon is building an entire fleet of shitmobiles.
That's a bold thing to say about Teslas, and I won't disagree with you.
Quality control is fucking ass.
Yeah. If anything, I look at Tesla as a gateway to better electric cars.
Lego Batman 2 Heroes Unite mini kit.
Like, I'm sure that people were blown away when the fucking Philips 3DO came out 30 years ago.
Bro, just get a fucking Chevy Sonic and shut up.
Bro, I'm fucking sleepy. I want some McDonald's. Mostly because I want a McDonald's smoothie. Bro, you ever had a McDonald's smoothie? Smoothie.
Jump on the head of the robot.